Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to look at prototyping in XD, a feature that gives you the power to bring your designs to life. We'll learn how to create basic transitions and auto-animating our designs in XD. Let's get started. Alright guys, so my previous video we learned how to design this interface together. Today we are going to prototype using the same interface. So first, let's duplicate this artboard and rename this to Home 2. Let's zoom out and then space this out a bit. So now I want us to move these two cards here to the left. Okay, this is okay. I'll explain why very soon. Now let's head over to our prototype section by just clicking prototype here, and I want us to create this kind of interaction where when a user taps on this card, this is going to move to the left. So with that, we'll select this card over here and we'll drag this little blue icon here to this artboard. Now let's specify what we want. So we'll choose our tab. We can either select tab, drag, or any other thing we have. So we'll choose our tab and then we'll choose transition, and the destination is to the second artboard, the Home 2. The animation is to slide left. Let's choose snap, and then the duration is how long we want our animation to take, so 1 second. So we can preview this by selecting the artboard and then clicking this preview here. So we'll just tap this and we'll see it transitions, it moves everything to the left. So we can select this card over here and then drag this here, telling XD that when I tap this, move to this one, and if I tap this, move back to this place. So with that, let's choose slide right so that we just see the difference. So now when we tap this, it's going to go this way, and when we tap this, it's going to come this way. So that's basically how the transition type works. The next thing we can do with this is we can choose auto animate to make it more lively or more nice. And how auto animate works is if these cards have the same names on both artboard and something changes, XD is going to animate them. This artboard here, this card here is called group 1 on this artboard, and on this artboard it's called group 1 2. This one is also called group 2 here, and it's also called group 2 here. Now what XD knows that they are both the same, so XD is going to look at what has changed and then it's going to animate it. So now what has changed here is these two cards have been moved to the left on the second artboard. So if there's a change in position, change in size, change in color or anything, XD is going to animate them, provided they have the same name. So you just have to make sure that you always name your layers so that you know what you're animating and what you don't want to animate. So now we select this, choose auto animate, and then we'll select this and choose auto animate, and then let's change this to bounce so that we'll see like how it works very well. We'll feel the animation. So now we'll preview this, and when we tap here, you see that the whole card doesn't move like the first one. Tap here, so XD has realized that they have the same name but they've changed positioning, so XD is going to animate that. So like that's basically how the auto animate works. The next thing I want us to look at is the drag feature. And with that, we can maintain what we have here and then preview our design. So with this, we'll realize that we'll be able to drag, instead of just tapping, we'll be able to drag it, like realize we can drag it just like, it's not like the first tapping, but this time around we can hold our cursor and then drag it to the left and back. And I want us to do something, and I want us to increase the size of this so that we'll see what I was talking about. So now this has been increased. So when we drag, we'll see that it's going to increase in size. You see, when we go back, it's going to increase. So auto animate, first just make sure your layers are named, or whatever you want to animate have the same name, and then try playing around with the positioning, the colors, either you rotate it, and when that happens, XD is going to look at the change that has happened between like the two artboard, and then it's going to auto animate it. Okay, so we've looked at tab. Yeah, we just looked at drag, right? So let's go back to tab, and then under tab we have overlay. With that, I want us to use this artboard to demonstrate it. So I created this dummy sidebar here. So what we are going to do is we are going to select this card, this hamburger icon, and then move it here, telling XD that if I tap on this, pull this up. Now with overlay, we can see that there's this green box here with lines in it, and then this stuff, and this helps you position your sidebar or whatever. So we want to have it here, and then we'll tell XD what to do from this side. So now we're going to tell XD that slide it from the right, and then we'll position it well. Let's use bounce so that I want us to like see the animation very well. So now we'll preview this using the shortcut Control plus Enter, and then when we tap this, it's going to bounce and come in. Like very simple. We've looked at tab, and we've looked at transitioning, auto animate, and overlay. We looked at how to use the drag to auto animate stuff, and like that's basically everything you need to know at this point. That is all for the introduction to prototyping. In future videos, we'll be looking at more advanced techniques and creating amazing animations using auto animate. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. With everything we looked at in this video, you can now start prototyping all your designs, and you can send me samples of your work. I'll be happy to see the amazing stuff you'll be creating. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.